Essential resources on the history of Baptist churches. Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I want to share some resources that document the historical evidence for those churches that have never aligned with Rome and then their connection to what I would call Baptist today. Stay with me. This is history you need to know. First, there's The Church in History by Philip Schaff. Philip Schaff's The Church in History is a broad church history overview. While not specifically Baptist, it acknowledges the existence of dissenting groups that resisted the rise of Catholicism, a great starting point. Then Ancient Baptist and Irish Churches by William Cathcart. This book explores evidence that Christianity existed in the British Isles before Roman Catholic influence took hold. It documents early independent churches that upheld biblical faith. Number 3, A History of the Baptist by Thomas Armitage. This is one of the most thorough Baptist histories available. Armitage traces churches holding Baptist principles all the way to from Christ to the 19th century. If you want detailed documentation, this is a must-read. Number 4 is The History of Welsh Baptists from 63 to 1770 by J. Davis. Wales has a long history of independent churches resisting Roman control. J. Davis details these biblical churches from as early as 63 AD, showing their unbroken stand for truth. Number 5 is The History of Baptists, together with some account of their principles and practices by J.T. Christian. J.T. Christian presents a compelling case for the continuity of Baptist principles throughout history. He uses historical sources to prove that Bible-believing churches never disappeared despite persecution. Number 6, Trail of Blood by J.M. Carroll. This is a short but powerful book tracing the persecution and survival of Bible-believing churches through the centuries. The Trail of Blood chart visually shows how these churches remained separate from Catholicism. Number 7 is Baptist Succession, a handbook of Baptist history by D.B. Ray. If you're looking for a detailed defense of the unbroken line of Baptist principles, this book is for you. Ray carefully lays out historical evidence of independent churches remaining faithful to biblical doctrine. Number 8, A History of the English Baptists by Joseph Ivamy. Ivamy's work covers the rise of the Baptist churches in England and their fight for religious liberty, a key read for understanding how these churches influenced modern Baptists. Then Baptist Church Perpetuity by W.A. Jarrell. Jarrell argues that New Testament churches have existed continuously since Christ. This book provides a strong biblical and historical defense of Baptist church perpetuity. Now, why does this matter? Well, because history confirms that what we already know from Scripture, that God has always had faithful churches standing on His Word. These books aren't just history. They remind us that biblical churches have existed since Christ established His church in the first century. They were often persecuted, but they never vanished. If you want to learn more, check out these books. Most of them can be obtained free of charge online. And if this video has helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time.